what's up, everybody? Hope everybody doing well. Listen, I'm back again with another reaction to the actions going on there at IG Farm. It never changes. It's always the same. But we're going to talk about this poultry, the poultry chickens and the farms that he wants to have in the future. He wants thousands and thousands of chickens, and he want to have a farm, a big, large farm with thousands of acres of land. Well, we're going to get into that, all right? Because what we're seeing out there is nowhere close to what um, any kind of truth that he said. There's no truth at all to what he said. Um, we're going to get into it, all right? Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I hope everyone had a wonderful, beautiful Mother's Day this past Sunday. My daughters came and we had a wonderful time. We took my wife and their mother out to eat, and she enjoyed herself. She enjoyed her gifts. I think the main gift she enjoyed is that vehicle. I went and bought her on that Saturday before Mother's Day. I'm going to show you what it is. We thank God for His goodness and for giving us the desires of our heart. The car that she was driving, well, we wanted to get another one, because that one was kind of dying out a little bit. So anyway, so if I'm gonna talk the talk, I need to walk the walk. I'm telling Tim he need to get back in the car. Guess what? I gotta do the same. So I can't say it and don't do it myself. But anyway, I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. You that subscribe to this channel, not only to this channel, but all the mothers out there that watches this video. Hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Both, like I said in my last video, both of our mothers passed away on the same day back in 2015 on Thanksgiving Day. And so, but we thank God that we had a great memory with them and that they're in a better place. They're resting now in the arms of the Lord. So we appreciate God for His mercy and His grace towards us. So I'm going to show you a little clip of the vehicle that my wife has. I got up early that Saturday morning before Sunday and surprised her because she'd been talking about she wanted the car. She wanted the car for a while now, and so I wanted to do it on Mother's Day. But we're going to get into some things that we witnessed on IG Farm this past week. This man needs to be in one of these. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The psych ward need to pick him up and put him in one of these, because we've seen crazy already for the last 4.5 years. But what he said this week, matter of fact, for the last couple of weeks, even with the extraction of the teeth, it's been crazy. You need to be in one of these. He has big dreams, but a small mind. Yeah, I said it. Big dreams with a small mind. We're going to get into some things, okay? So like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and watch this video of my wife. I'm not going to show her, but I'm going to show you the vehicle that we purchased this past Mother's Day. All right? Stay tuned. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful mother, wonderful wife. Happy Mother's Day. It seems like when Tim can't get his way in anything, whether it's human or animal, he have to do something to trick them, coerce them to do something he wants them to do against their will, even those that subscribe to him. If he can't get them that way, he tricks them and draw them into his traps, his gimmicks. And that's what you should do, like run away like them little chickens are doing. Those little chickens refuse to be part of his scene, his gimmick. He wanted the perfect setup, and they are not cooperating. Look at that.
What's going on, AG Farm family? Welcome to another episode of our AG episode trailers and bonus footage. And as y'all can see, we're trying.
Wait 1 minute. Wait just 1 minute. Isn't that a flag on his hat? The same flag that he called an idol and that his boys were forbidden to pledge allegiance to? And that's the reason why he took them out of that private school? Is that a flag on his hat? American flag? I believe it is. You hypocrite, Tim. You a hypocrite.
Get chickens on grass, but they don't want to go on grass. But this is exactly what we want to happen. We want them to get comfortable in the APP so that they will know that that's home. But that's the problem that we're having right now. So it's a solution. It's a beautiful thing that they know where home is at. So that way, when we have them on grass, they'll be able to go back into the APP. It'll be easy to get them back in there because we lock them in there at night so they'll be safe and protected. Because down here, out here in this section right here, as y'all can see, they have an amazing section of grass, nice green grass, and y'all 48 meat chickens on grass. Like this is the healthiest chicken you can get. Like you cannot. Buy this type of chicken, even if it says grass fed, pasture raised chicken in the store. Like it's not raised like this. You know.
So now he's a poultry expert. The same guy that said he has a culinary degree. Same guy that has a barber license. The same guy that is the principal of the school is now an expert in raising and processing chickens. Okay.
I'm saying because this setup right here is for like you have to do it in small batches because if you're doing it like in too big of batches or too big of a production, you risk losing everything. And so we do like 50 meat chickens at a time, and eventually we want to do 100, and we want to do batches of 100, like and get to the point where we're raising like thousands of pounds of poultry every year.
So are you prepared, Tim, to have a setup like this and to hire people, which I guarantee you ain't nobody gonna want to work for you. Nobody. To have thousands and thousands of chickens and then to process them, this is what you're gonna have to have. Now, this is gonna be like a 6 minute long video. I might interrupt here and there, but just watch. Just watch this. Now, this, what I'm about to show you, is thousands and thousands and thousands of chickens. And this is what he said he wants. Can y'all see that out there? When y'all watch this video, can y'all see that out there at IG Farm? Even though he said he want to buy another thousands of acres of land, he's planning on y'all YouTube subscribers to continue to support his vision while y'all continue to struggle He's gonna bleed you dry as long as y'all keep on supporting him. He's gonna bleed you dry because this man don't plan on stopping. He don't plan on getting a 9 to 5. He always putting down a 9 to 5 job. Always talking about a job, but he never worked one. Not a full time, not a real job. Yeah. Are you prepared to have something like this? Y'all stay with it. Watch this. So let me give y'all first some context on what I'm showing you. These are farmers. They have farmers in Nebraska and Arkansas and other states where they raise their chickens and they send them off to Tyson Chicken and the other, I can't think of the other large chicken farmery or factory, but they send these chickens off to them. These are the same chickens that Tim says that nobody else do in the world. Uh, um, they're out in the sun. They're enjoying a clean environment, and they're doing the opposite of what Tim said. Just said. Um, and did I say clean environment? A clean area. The area that Tim has his chickens on is the same area where the sewer water sprinkler goes out. And so the ground that the chickens are eating, the area where they're eating is contaminated with sewer waste. And I'm gonna see if y'all notice something else that's kind of back in that woods by that truck. And we're gonna talk about that too. But yeah, these farmers send these chickens to Tyson, and I just can't think of the other name of the other chicken place, but it's huge. Starts with a P. Y'all tell me in the comments. But it's a lot cleaner, um, um, a real suitable environment, and they have staff that. Well, we'll get on that later. Okay, check this out. These chickens that are being sent to Tyson, they're like they're getting plenty of sun to me. Mm-hmm. They're getting plenty of sun, plenty of air, nice grass, walking around enjoying their time on this earth for a short while. But these are the same chickens that they send to the factory. Factory process it, USD, USDA, check it out. Veterinarians check out the little baby chickens, and they send them to the stores. The other place is Pilgrim Pride. So there's Tyson Chicken, and there's Pilgrim Pride Chicken. There's Sanderson Chicken Farm, Purdue, Coke Foods, Mountain Farms, Wayne Farms, and Petco Foods. So yeah, there's a lot of top chicken producers in the United States that sell their food in the store, their chickens in the store. Big dreams, small mind. You see that big production they got going? And Tim, remember, he works by himself. Yeah, he got the boys, he got Megan, but you're going to have to hire some grown folk to do that type of production. And it's going to be a while before your boys are grown. So, you better think this out again, bro. Trying to get in this poultry career. Think about it. Can you do that? Bet Tim is having second thoughts after watching this. You better stick with the pigs, boy. to Tim's subscribers. After watching that, do y'all think y'all mans can do that? Huh? Do y'all think after watching Tim for the short time y'all been watching him, y'all new ones, y'all new subscribers, after watching that, do you think the man that you're watching now on the IG farm can do what we just seen? I'll wait for that in my comment section. And you already know he can't hire anybody because nobody want to work with him. He can't get nobody to help him do no skirting. It's definitely not going to help him do a poultry farm. No way.
I'm the processing operations manager here. We process 250,000 chickens a day. As I show you around, feel free to explore and check it out. Typically, depending on the process, chickens are 5 to 9 weeks old when they arrive for processing. Trained plant employees and USDA inspectors are in every plant monitoring the processing line to ensure the chicken you eat is safe and meets U.S. Department of Agriculture safety standards. Now, I'm going to walk you through the processing line.
Do you have that, Tim? Do you have the USDA staff members on your property coming out checking those animals to see whether or not they are good for consumption for human beings? I don't care if it's Alan, I don't care if it's a neighbor, I don't care if it's your mother, whoever. You don't have no veterinarians coming out there, like we said many times before. But you want to say that this is the best food, the best farm fresh raised food ever. That's your word. Ever. Yeah. And if you're calling yourself a business, like I said before, you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit because they can come back if that meat's tainted, if they get sick from it, if they get any hepatitis C or any kind of bacteria from eating your farm fresh food, your meat, then you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit. You don't have that on your farm, but you want to talk about the corporations, people that produce chickens and been producing chickens for years, steak and pork chops and whatever else you get, lamb chops. These corporations know that they can get liable for food poisoning. So they have staff. They have the USDA on staff. They have veterinarians on staff. They have professional people on staff to make sure. I know some of it has slipped through the crack every now and then, but it's very rare. We don't know what kind of meat you have out there. We don't know. We just don't know. So yeah, that guy said we have the USDA on staff. Now watch these other guys. Watch these other guys I'm about to show you. I know you're watching, Tim. Watch this.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Northwest Arkansas. We're at the Butler family farm where they grow chickens for Tyson's Foods. Now, today we're going to take a tour of this chicken house. We're going to meet our farmer as well as an animal well-being specialist and one of our Tyson Foods veterinarians. But first, a little bit about what we're doing today, why we're live streaming, and exactly what you can expect. Now, we wanted to bring you onto the farm and inside the chicken house to give you a behind-the-scenes look at exactly how the birds live and all the steps that are taken to ensure that they're as healthy and as comfortable as possible. But we are one of our other folks, and right now we're going to talk to Nick Wolfenden, one of the people who oversees our animal well-being program. And Nick, thanks for being with us here today.
Thanks for having me.
So you helped create this animal well-being specialist program. You oversee about half of those nearly 60 animal well-being specialists. And right now you're holding a bird. So as an animal well-being specialist, how do you judge the health of this chicken?
Yeah, so this girl here is about 3 weeks old. You can see she's kind of going through her goofy teen stage. That means she's losing some of her chick fluff or fuzz, and she's starting to get in some of her adult feathers. On top of that, she's got nice, healthy feet and legs, bright, clear eyes. She's very much so paying attention to us. All signs of a pretty healthy bird.
All right, well, we'll let her go.
Tim have no clue what to look for. This guy is a specialist. And you see how he examined the chick? See how he look at the eyes and the feet, feathers. All Tim does is get them out of the box, put them in the brooder. Once they get to an age to where they can let them out, he let them out. That's it. And he calls it farm fresh food. No kind of specialist out there, nothing except Tim's words. And then you want to put down the corporations to have people tricked and deceived to follow his ill-advised opinions on chickens. Let's watch the rest of it.
Go now.
Yeah, so it's probably not your traditional ag story. I actually grew up in a big city, but would always be bringing home sick or stray animals, often to my mom's dismay. But that love of animals followed me to college, got my degree in animal science, did research in animal welfare and animal nutrition, and made my way out here to Tyson Foods on the farm.
That's really neat when you can kind of turn a passion into a career. So, a lot of folks may not be aware that we have animal well-being specialists, so this is certainly an opportunity to kind of introduce this group of folks to the world. So what is their role? What exactly do they do?
Yeah, so those animal well-being specialists are actually a pretty unique group of folks here at Tyson Foods. They've been selected to monitor the animal well-being for their specific location. That said, animal welfare is really not a specific person's role, it's a company culture. So they're going to be working hand in hand with our live chicken operation team, our vet services team, the plant folks, and our corporate office of animal well-being to make sure everyone's doing the right thing.
And why was it so important for a company to invest, in this program and in nearly 60 new positions?
It's a great question. I think our chief sustainability officer really said that best. Animal well-being for Tyson Foods is about a journey, not the destination. It's really about the spirit of continuous improvement and doing the right thing. This is just another step for Tyson Foods and shows our deepened commitment in this important area.
And I understand that there was some pretty intensive training. Kind of describe, what these specialists went through before they were kind of deployed to the field.
Yeah, so it has been a pretty extensive training. Right out the gate, they started with some webinars provided by our corporate office of animal well-being. They all sat through at least 3 of those. Most recently, we brought the entire team to Northwest Arkansas for what we call an Animal Wellbeing Summit. They participated in a week of in-field, in-classroom training, getting a level set on all of our different production. They also participated in the Professional Animal Auditor Certification Organization's professional certification course.
That's a mouthful. So, what's been the response to this fairly new program? I think part of it is just maybe getting the word out. But so far, from your point of view, what has been the response?
Yeah, so this specific initiative is pretty new, just like you said. We've been busy building this team, so we haven't had a ton of time to talk about it, which is, like you said, why we're here today. So far, I've heard nothing but great things.
All right, guys. It's always good when it's a little bit of everything, right? Now, clearly, you're not our only vet at Tyson Foods. We have them across the operation. So talk about that relationship and that dynamic with the vet and the technician and the farmer and kind of how that all works together.
Well, it's really critical that we're in constant communication about what's going on there, and we can respond to situations quickly. That's fortunately a lot of technology today helps us make that message a little bit quicker. But the other thing that's good, and I think good for our company and our size, is that we're able to talk and determine what are best practices out there, especially when you embark on something like no antibiotics ever production.
So when you or another Tyson vet walks into a house just like this, kind of walk me through, what you're looking for, what that process looks like, and kind of the checks that you go through.
Yeah. So like, you're always looking at bird behavior and any signs of illness, but it really is age dependent. So like at this age, we're talking about birds about 3 weeks, and that's a time where the intestines can have some changes or maybe even some stresses. So honestly, today we're just looking at the chicken poop, and we're making sure that everything looks all right in this farm.
So we're looking. So how does the poop?
Fabulous.
All right. So we discussed this outside, with Dylan a little bit, but I think it bears repeating because we are kind of dressed a little bit funny. But describe the suits that we're wearing and why it's so critical to the health and the comfort of these birds that we're actually dressed like.
Well, unfortunately, it's not for our comfort, but it's a cornerstone of biosecurity, which is keeping outside disease agents outside of the farm and not coming in here. Obviously, that would be a pretty big bird welfare impact if we were to track some type of disease here.
These guys just shared a wealth of information. How to run a farm that raises healthy and vibrant chickens. Healthy. Healthy. That's what we're talking about today. You know, like I said, big dreams, but a small mind. That's what Tim is dealing with. He got big dreams, but he got a small mind. These guys got a large mind. They got a capacity to hold so much knowledge of how to run a very successful poultry farm. He don't want to listen to nobody like that. He thinks he know more than they do. He would actually try to embarrass them, but they'll cut them to pieces because these guys are professionals. Tim don't know anything about that. He says, that Jesus taught him everything he know. Don't put that on Jesus. Jesus was a carpenter. And I guarantee you, if he would have taught you, you would have finished everything you started on that homestead. If he would have taught you. No, you're going in self. You're in the flesh. Don't put that on our God. Don't put that on our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I'm almost done. Let's get to the rest of it.
Or if we went to a farm afterwards, we want to make sure we leave them here what we can.
Now, setting the record straight a little bit, some folks may think that we use hormones or steroids on these chickens. Is that
hormones and steroids are not used in poultry production. Matter of fact, it's illegal.
And we've eliminated antibiotics in our Tyson retail brand, and in fact, these birds have not been treated with antibiotics either. So what do we use in place of that medicine to make sure that they are healthy?
Well, we've been using numerous ingredients over the years. Probiotics have been in our feed for over 8 years. But I think we've been doing our homework on some of these alternatives. And a lot of the compounds are stuff that you could find in your kitchen cabinet.
Yeah, and give me an example. What were those ingredients?
Oh, I mean, some of the ingredients, oregano, capsaicin, or something you find in hot red peppers, even cinnamon. Yeah. So we're really just continuing to evaluate the research that's out there, so we can improve the gut health of these birds.
So Bruce, let's get a shot of this feed bin right here. So there's cinnamon mixed in with that feed, right?
It's part of the ingredient combination in here. So only nutritious little bite.
Very good. All right, Scott. Last question. We come back over here. Some people have raised questions about why our chickens grow a little bit faster than they used to. So why is that?
Well, it's a matter of selective breeding. It's a natural breeding process, but they're taking the best of the best, and they're balancing out animal health traits and welfare traits along with production traits. So it's a constant evolving process.
All right, Scott. Well, I know I've learned a lot. I certainly appreciate your time, but don't go anywhere because Scott will be a part of our panel here in just a second or two. Again, please continue to submit those questions to the comment section below. We're going to get our panel together over here, and we're going to start asking them some questions provided by you, the viewer. So hang on. We're going to be right back. But in the meantime,
but this is the most healthy chicken you can possibly get. There is no healthier chicken in the whole entire world than this.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard him right. He said the whole entire world. This man is delusional. So he's been around the whole world and checked every poultry farm. Every poultry farm he's checked. The whole entire world. Straight jacket. He needs the straight jacket.
Chicken that we're raising in this way right here. And lots of people around the whole world, I'm not saying that our chicken is the best. I'm saying this is the best way to do it. Having them on grass, having them protected with a protected coop, having this electric netting where they're able to move around and not have to walk around in their own poop. Having it like we talked about on pulling video we recorded yesterday, having it where these chickens can get sun. Because the chicken that you buy at the grocery store, those chickens never see daylight a day in their life. They
Ooh, look like the sun is shining bright. What you think about that, Tim? Huh? Huh? Huh?
never touch grass a day in their life. And so the sun, like we forget that the sun actually like gives us nutrients. And so let's doing the same thing for our food. And
Okay, now that we have exposed this fake poultry farmer, let's get to the rest of the fakeness.
we were coming down every other day and rotating animals, rotating hogs, and all those type of things. But the Lord told us to establish a home. And so we've been working on establishing our home.
I'm not going to belabor the issue about how this guy acquired that land. It's been covered over and over again. And the purpose of the land was for the people, God's children, God's people, not for a homestead. And it's been covered over and over. If y'all want to go see it, Charlie B have covered it. Staycation Reacts have covered it. Grandma Gang have covered it. Kate Thompson have covered it. I've said it every now and then, here and there, but they covered this. And he continues to lie and grin and smile and sound like an old snake. No, he's lying. Those cold eyes, soulless eyes of his, and can lie without blinking an eye because he believe it. He believe his own lies. I'm about done, y'all. Literally, I'm about done.
Like building up our debt-free homestead, clearing our land, fencing off pasture, doing all those things, developing different properties, and investing into real estate and all those type of different things. And so we're just getting.
Where's Chester when you need him? I hope he didn't cook Chester. We needed you, Chester, right there. Right in that spot right there. We needed you, Chester. I'm going to get one of those buttons that Charlie B has. You lying wonder.
Getting back, like, and not just getting back, but we're starting, I feel, to establish our farm now. Because we've established like our home. You know, we're in the midst, we're in a good place with our home. And so now we're trying to like get our animals established and in a good place. And I feel pretty good about where we are now.
There's a reason why David said a liar will not even tarry in his sight. Because it can't be trusted. Nothing that comes out of their mouth can be trusted. Everything have to be examined. Everything have to have receipts. It has to be proven. When you're a habitual liar, like Tim is, everything have to be examined. Everything, as this man says. Everything.
And where we're going in the future. And a lot of people ask, like, why do we raise animals? What's the vision? What's the goal for the animals that we raise? Because some people, you know, we get thousands and thousands of subscribers like a week. And
thousands and thousands of subscribers, exaggerating again. This man is a master manipulator and exaggerator. That's what Tim is. Thousands and thousands every week. And like Charlie B said, you should be in the hit close to 500,000 subscribers by now then. You should be in the hit at least 500,000 to almost 800,000 subscribers by now. All right, y'all keep on. Keep on playing. It's going to catch up with you.
People come along are brand new and they don't know like where we come from. They don't know the backstory to why we raise sheep and why we raise chickens and pork and all those type of things, turkeys, eggs, all those type of things.
No, you did it because you wanted an easy way out. You didn't want to work. You didn't want to go to a job, a real job. That's the reason why you did it. And you found a way, an easy way to get easy money. That's the only reason. It's not to give out meat. It's not to give nobody meat. It's not to help families. It's not help the needy. It's content to get a check from YouTube and not work. Have your kids working. Have Megan working, slaving like a Hebrew slave, while you go down to your pond and throw food out there for your invisible fish, while you walk around with that camera in your hand, filming your kids and your wife. Content. That's the reason why you do it. It's not because of the animals you want to feed. We've heard that story so many times. It's time that you change it.
Well, we're a nonprofit. We were a nonprofit, but we converted our nonprofit into an LLC because we realized that the nonprofit system just wasn't for us. And a lot of the benefits that we were supposed to get being a nonprofit, they just wanted you to jump through too many loops and hoops to get those benefits. And so we said, okay, you know what? We'll pay the taxes and y'all just leave us alone. We'll quit jumping through all these hoops. We'll just pay our taxes and then we'll just run our LLC.
Right there, he's telling you. Plainly telling you the reason why he does what he does. Is for profit. It's for material gain. It's not for the kingdom. It's not for Jesus Christ. It's not for God Jehovah. It's not winning souls. It's not calling men to repentance. It's gain. And what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and then lose his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? Tim have sold out himself for profit. Greed. Envy. He just said it. Plainly stated it right before your eyes. And some of y'all still is going to follow this guy and enable him and clap for him and applaud him for doing evil. You're going to have to answer to God for it. Guarantee that.
Our for-profit business, because a nonprofit is a for-profit as well, because a nonprofit that doesn't bring in more than it spends is out of business. It's like it's a non-existing profit. So you have to bring in more than you put out. The Lord has spoken to us and told us to give away millions and millions of dollars of farm fresh.
You giving Alan meat, used to give Mama Lily meat. You give your boys and Megan meat. and then you gave some to Mr. Newman, and then they closed down 2 months later. Who else have you given out meat to?
Meat and produce and just bless people that are in need. And not even just people that are in need, but just our neighbors, just anybody that we can just show love to through the meat that we raise, that we care for, that we try and like raise to the best of our ability. We try to give that away to those in need. So use your hands to tear down. But now I want you to use your hands to build, to plant, to like give. And he's anointed my hands to where everything I touch turns to gold.
What is that I see back there amongst the trees? Oh, that's the resurrection camper on the move. Yeah, you moved it right back there in the woods.
It's
Yeah, fool's gold. Fool's gold. That's what it turned out to. And what happened to your business with the wood chips? Trucks pulling up, getting loads and loads of your wood chips. Everything you touch turns to gold. Yeah, fool's gold. Gold dust. Not even gold dust. Fool's gold. Everything you touch has become a failure. Even the resurrection ranch that you took from your mother. Where's it at now? Huh? You see that trailer back there? You put it deeper into the woods with your raggedy truck. But everything you touch, those hands turn to gold. Another lie.
like I just can't like stop being successful. Everything I do, like just works. In this season, and the Lord has really anointed us to be able to do that. I'm doing so many things that I've never done in my life before. I have no teaching, no training, no anything. All I have is Jesus.
No, no, no. Don't put that on Jesus. That's all on you. That's a burden you're going to have to carry. Don't put it on our Lord. He was a carpenter, and what he does is perfect. Don't put that on our Lord.
Hi, AG family. We just got done with homeschool, and we got word that Tim Sr. has finished preparing the pasture.
Where you get the word from, Megan? ABC News, CBS, CNN? Who gave you the word? Just say Tim. Just say Tim. Tim called you out there and for you to bring the boys with you. Just got the word. Yeah, from Tim.
Our winter paddock for seed. So we've got some seed in the barn, and we are going to head out to help seed the pasture, right, boys? Yeah!
I can see it. Megan said, "Hey boys, we're gonna go to the zoo. We're gonna go to the fair. We're gonna go to the park. We're gonna go see a movie. We're going to go get ice cream. Um, but we're gonna go see a pasture. What they've been seeing for the last 5 years. Just like they're going on a trip right down the road to their pond. Delusional people. I'm almost done.
excited about this because the ground should be super fertile from all the manure from the sheep. And it's been raining these past couple days, so it should be nice and soft and ready to receive these seeds. And it's going to be amazing because we will have grass in our winter paddock ready for when we are going to put our rams back in that part of the pasture.
Okay, y'all. Y'all hear Chester at the end? He came through for me. So he's still alive. All right. So anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Gonna get back in here in the house. Um, it just feels good out here. Got my little, that's my little toys, you know. Yeah, yeah, God's been good. But anyway, um, probably gonna take a little ride to the lake with my wife and my daughter. And yeah, God's been good. He's good all the time. All right. Appreciate every one of you that leave your comments down below. Like I said, I read most of all of them, mostly all of them. And y'all bring so much knowledge to what we are trying to do. And your comments are so on point. And appreciate every one of you. Okay. All right. Peace.